Let's begin. We were on the chapter Glimpses of India. We had completed the very first topic, first thing of it, okay, which was the baker one, okay. We had finished off with the first set of story of this chapter, okay. What was the name of it? Baker from Goa, okay. We had completed it. Now Coorg. Coorg is a name of a place, children. Okay, let's revise first, children. What was there in that baker from Goa? What was the brief of that particular set of chapter? A baker from Goa is a story that relates to the time when there was Portuguese rule in Goa. All right. The story of a baker living in a Goan village. Bakers known as peddlers would come to sell their breads in the street. How people would react to it, what was the whole outlook of the person, that is there in the chapter, okay. A small idea, a small story to make a jingle sound with the bamboo, how he came, how people remembered him, how they wanted to greet him, the kids, okay. It's all about that. So today we are starting with a new fresh topic, Coorg. Coorg is a place, children. Coorg is coffee country famous for its rainforest and spices, okay. Let's begin. Midway between Mysore and the coastal town of Mangalore sits a piece of heaven, okay, that must have drifted from the kingdom of God. Children, Coorg is basically a tourist destination, okay. It is such a beautiful city that one must visit. It is close to heaven. It is so beautiful. It is so nice to look at that it is compared to the kingdom of God. Children, God is who? God is the superior power. And when we say kingdom of God, what do we come to know? That kingdom of God might be something which is very huge, very beautiful, very magnificent, okay. This land of rolling hills is inhabited by a proud race of martial men. Martial men means who are ready to do war, or soldiers, beautiful women and wild creatures. Coorg, also known as Kodagu, the smallest district of Karnataka, is a home to evergreen rainforest, spices and coffee plantations. Okay, it is a small place, a small district of Karnataka, okay. And what is there in that beautiful district? There are lovely big rainforest, evergreen rainforest. There are spices and coffee plantations, okay. Coffee is being planted in that particular area. Evergreen rainforest cover 30% of this district, okay. This place, 30% of the place is covered with evergreen rainforest. During the monsoons, it pours enough to keep many visitors away because it rains so heavily. It rains a lot, so people are not able to visit that area during the monsoons. The season of joy commences from September and continues till March. Means the weather is very pleasant. The weather is good during September till March. The weather is perfect with some showers thrown in for good measure. Okay, because little rainfall, children, is very important for the entire society also and for the environment also. The air breathes of invigorating coffee, means the smell of the coffee. When we smell coffee, we really want to have it. That smell is so particular, it's so good, it takes us with us. Coffee estate and colonial bungalows stand tucked under tree canopies in corners, in prime corners. Okay, there are tree canopies, a tree's small canopy. Canopies is a big tree, okay, with a slightly small peak. The fiercely means widely independent people of Coorg are possibly of Greek or Arabic descent. Okay, their basic language. Okay, as one story goes, a part of Alexander's army moved south along the coast and settled here when return became impractical. Okay, who stayed over here in Coorg? Alexander's army. All right. These people married amongst the locals, and their culture is apparent in the martial tradition. What is their culture? Their culture is about martial traditions, marriage, and religious rites, which are distinct from the Hindu mainstream. Okay, they do not follow the rules and cultures and ideas of Hinduism, but are slightly different and distinct from it. The theory of Arab origin draws support from the long black coat with an embroidered waist belt worn by the Kodavus. You can see over here in the picture, he's wearing a long black coat with an embroidered waist belt, a belt around put up around the waist. This was the dress. This was their particular look. Known as kufiya, it shows the kufiya worn by the Arabs and Kurds. What this was the whole dress. Whenever somebody saw this dress, it reminded him about Arabs and the Kurds. Kurgi homes have a tradition of hospitality, and they are more than willing to recount numerous tales. Numerous means many tales. They are very good people, very helpful people. What do you mean by hospitality? Hospitality means, children, to help someone. If someone comes at your place, you take care of that person very well. It is said that you are very hospitable. You have very good hospitable qualities. Okay. Tales of valor. Valor means bravery related to their sons and father. Okay, they are basically, children, very war kind of people, very brave, strong, soldier people. Okay, they do tell about their braveries to their sons, their fathers. The Coorg regiment is one of the most decorated in the Indian army. And the first chief of the Indian army, General Karappa, was a Coorgi. Coorgi as in he lived in Coorg, so called a Coorgi. Even now, Kodavas are the only people in India permitted to carry firearms without a license. Firearms as in the weapons. Okay, the guns, the weapons. The river Kaveri obtains its water from the hill and forest of Coorg. Mahasir, a large freshwater fish, abound in these waters, lives in the water. Kingfishers dive in for their catch. Okay, now which all animals are there? Mahasir, who's Mahasir? A large freshwater fish who lives in there. Abound in these forests, in these water means it's completely inside these waters. That is its home. It entirely lives over there. Kingfishers also catch there, squirrels are there, langurs partially eat fruit for the mischief or enjoying the splash and the ripple effect in the clear water. Okay, so all these animals enjoy every time. Okay, these fishes and which are other animals are there, squirrels are there, langurs are there. All right. Elephants enjoy being bathed and scrubbed in the water by their mahouts. Mahouts means people who are taking care of them. The most laid back individual converts to the life of high energy adventure with river rafting. River rafting means traveling in the water with the help of a raft, with the help of a boat or something. River rafting. It is saying that even a person who is very boring, when one sees the beautiful river rafting, a person can become adventurous at that very moment. It is such a happy place, a beautiful place, a place where people can enjoy every bit of that situation. High energy adventure with river rafting, canoeing. What is canoeing? Traveling in a river in a canoe or a small boat. Okay. To the life of high energy adventure and river rafting, canoeing, rappelling. Rappelling is going down a cliff. Cliff means a high area, might be a mountain, a cliff, a small hill kind of a thing, down a rope. The river climbing, the rock climbing. And the mountain biking. Numerous walking trails in these regions are favorites with trekkers. What are trekkers, children? Trekkers are basically people who move in the mountains. The mountain trekking which is happening. Alright. So all these things were full of adventures. People really loved it. It was such an adventurous place. What all things were there? There were river rafting, canoeing, rappelling. What is rappelling? Going down the cliff by a rope. You might have seen in the television, children, this all happens. Rock climbing, mountain biking, numerous walking trails. Trails means movement is in this region are favorite. They move around very happily. You can enjoy. A person who is very adventurous will really like this place and will enjoy to the utmost. Birds, bees and butterflies are there to give you company. There are beautiful birds, beautiful fishes, butterflies. You can imagine the whole scene, children. It is so beautiful and good to watch. It is full of adventure. Malabar macaws, Malabar squirrels, langurs and slender lories keep a watchful eye from the tree canopies. They live up on the tree and they keep looking with everything with their small little eyes. I do prefer to step aside for wild elephants. There are even wild elephants to make the scene whole more good. The climb to the Brahmgiri hills bring you into a panoramic view of the entire misty landscape of the Coorg. The whole panoramic view means the whole wide broad view. A walk across the rope bridge leads to 64-acre island of Nizargarma, running into Buddhist monks from India's largest Tibetan settlement at nearby Bailakpi is a bonus. Okay, it's a bonus. A Buddhist monk, a Buddhist area. That view is different. That outlook is all the more very beautiful. The monks in red orange and yellow robes are among the many surprises. We have seen monks, children, they wear red color cloth or might be orange kind of cloth or a yellow robe as in a long coat, a long thing till knees. Okay, the many surprises that wait to be discovered by visitors searching for the heart and soul of India right here in Coorg. Heart and soul, why? Because everything is available over here in Coorg. It is so beautiful to visit this. There are beautiful adventures, fun loving animals. A person can enjoy to the utmost. It can be so adventurous being there. A person can really enjoy its life to the very, very end. Okay, it is so beautiful and outstanding to witness it. You can imagine, children, being at a place where there is so many adventurous things which we have always dreamt about, but we have never got the courage to do it. We have always might have dreamt, no, once I will do river rafting in my life, once I will do mountaineering or moving on the mountains with the rope. All right, so this was the small chapter, a small introduction to the place known as Coorg, and that is called as the heart and soul of India. Why? Because first important, it is very beautiful place. As another thing, it is called as the kingdom of God. Why it is called as the kingdom of God? Because it is so magnificent, it is so beautiful to view at it. Alright, do go through the chapter and tell me if you have any problems.